Welcome to Storylandia.
Today's story is about the misadventures of Mr. Whiskers. Mr. Whiskers was no ordinary cat. While most felines enjoyed lounging around and napping all day, Mr. Whiskers had a knack for finding himself in the most absurd and hilarious situation. His mischievous nature kept his human Mrs. Jenkins on her toes.
Get back here, you naughty little cat!
One sunny afternoon, Mr. Whiskers was exploring the backyard when he spotted a particularly enticing bird perched on a tree branch. Determined to catch the elusive creature, he leapt into action. However, his ambitious jump resulted in an unfortunate miscalculation, and he found himself dangling precariously from a high branch. Help, Mr. Whiskers yowled, his fur standing on end. Mrs. Jenkins rushed outside, trying to stifle her laughter as she grabbed a ladder to rescue her silly feline friend. It took a few attempts, but with Mrs. Jenkins' assistance, Mr. Whiskers was finally freed from his leafy prison. Undeterred by his previous misadventure, Mr. Whiskers soon found himself in another comical situation. Mrs. Jenkins had invited a group of her friends over for a fancy dinner party, hoping to impress them with her culinary skill. As she set the table and prepared the meal, Mr. Whiskers saw an opportunity for mischief. With stealth and grace, or so he thought, Mr. Whiskers snuck into the dining room. He tiptoed onto the elegant tablecloth, eyeing the delicious dishes placed before him. However, his curiosity got the better of him, and he couldn't resist swatting at a particularly tempting roasted chicken. In one swift motion, Mr. Whiskers accidentally sent the chicken flying across the room, narrowly missing Mrs. Jenkins' startled guests. Chaos ensued as Mr. Whiskers darted around, chasing the airborne poultry. The once elegant dinner party turned into a riot of laughter and mayhem. Mrs. Jenkins managed to capture Mr. Whiskers and apologized profusely to her guests, although she couldn't help but chuckle at her mischievous cat's antics. From that day forward, Mrs. Jenkins made sure to keep a watchful eye on Mr. Whiskers during her social gathering.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
No matter what kind of trouble he found himself in, Mr. Whiskers' misadventures always ended with laughter and a whole lot of love. His playful spirit and boundless curiosity reminded Mrs. Jenkins and everyone who knew him that life was meant to be enjoyed, even in the most unexpected and humorous ways. The end.
That's a wrap. My incredible viewers, if you loved this video, show some love, like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more amazing content. Together, we'll conquer new horizons and unlock endless possibilities. So, join our community and let's make magic happen. Stay curious, stay bold, and I'll see you in the next video.